Let's go.
Rehanne, thoughts on the game today?
Sorry?
Thoughts on the game today?
You know what? I'm disappointed we never got something out of it, actually. I think we obviously had spells where you're under pressure. That's natural against Chelsea. They're a very good team. I think we've improved from the last week when we played them. I think our performance overall was better goal-scoring opportunities, more clear-cut ones today. You know, we've made a couple of mistakes again, and you know, they've done it again when we don't deal with things early enough. We can see goals from that against a good team like Chelsea. But I think you can see the progress that's being made, and that's a huge positive going into next week's game. Yeah, it's coming together. It's you know, they need a bit of time on pitch, and you need to be in pressure situations in games to be able to kind of figure those bits out. But we've worked really hard. Training this week has been outstanding, and I think that it's starting to show the quality of what we're going to be capable of achieving. You know, we've created some real difficult moments for Chelsea today, so we're just going to keep building on that. And performance-wise, really pleased with loads of elements of it. Obviously, results difficult ones to take.
Goals have been such an issue for you in the last few games, I guess. Can you talk about how good it feels to actually, obviously you didn't get the result you wanted, but to get 2 goals, get on the score sheet like that, get something like better scoring as well?
Yeah, I just think we're capable of it, and it's the frustration part of it has been us not actually finishing that off. But you know what, as all part of it, we've got to be so diligent with what we do defensively to ensure that the pressure's not always on the defenders, and the front half of the pitch is doing their side of the bargain as well. And I think that's getting a lot better. It's pleasing to see. But you know what, both Nicky, Beth, they're capable goal scorers. We've got other players that are more than capable. I just think with more belief, confidence comes, more goal scoring opportunities come, and we'll definitely turn the corner with that for sure.
Do you think that Beth gets enough credit for the impact she's had on the league in over the last few years? I mean, she's, I think, fourth highest scorer in the league all time. She's obviously had a couple of seasons where she's not got as much game time, but you see here how clinical she's been in the first few games with you guys.
Yeah, no, the short answer is no, I don't think she gets enough credit. I think the stats prove it for themselves. You know, I don't think she has anything to prove. She's already done what she's needed to over the course of a number of years, and all she really needs is time on pitch. And we see straight away the goals that she scored in a short space of time are just the start of a process really for her of getting herself back into real sharpness, which she's obviously getting closer and closer with every single week.
Yeah, potentially in contention for England, I guess, if she keeps on getting performances like this.
But look, I think if you're playing well for club, you know, you have to be considered for your national team. It's as simple as that. So obviously she's going to keep working hard. Everything that we're doing here and what comes from that is something out of her control. She can only control what she's doing here, really, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah, does it feel like you're quite close to sort of flipping and getting that big result against kind of, you know, one of those sort of traditional big 3, big 4 teams, obviously Man United come up next as well?
I think the biggest thing for us is every game matters. We need points, and so every game that we play, when we're putting in performances like that, if we turn up like that, we'll give anybody and everybody a battle in this league, and that's the way that we've got to approach everything. You know, and ultimately it's about us and what we want, and the process that we're putting in place has obviously evolved in a better position since the start of the new year. So I'm happy with what that's looked like, and you know, naturally we want to get a result out of, you know, next game really to sort of see the fruit of that effort, if you like.
How much are you looking forward to that next game in the stadium as well? It feels like it's sort of well overdue given the postponement back in September.
Yeah, obviously we've had to wait a while for the game with the circumstances, but yeah, I'm glad that we got the game back in the stadium, so it was worth sort of waiting to get to that point really and not rushing the rescheduling. But I think it's a good way to sort of finish just before an international break as well. Great to, you know, have all the fans in the stadium. We're massively grateful to all the fans that come to Leyton Orient every week, and obviously we're hoping to see more at that game.
3-0 at Stamford Bridge, 3-1 in the Conti Cup, 3-2 here. Do you feel like you're progressing? Is there part of you that's, I wish we were playing them in a few weeks' time and actually maybe closer to getting something against them?
Numbers are creeping in the right direction, aren't they? Yeah, I think, look, I think you've got to be on your game, you know, constantly in games like this, because any little mistake and, you know, the squad that Chelsea have caused you problems. But we've made some massive strides since the start of the new year. And I think collectively as a team we're in a much better space, and so I think the best thing for us is to just keep getting games in to make sure that we keep moving in the right direction, and just trusting in the process, and the players are doing that and working really hard in training. So this week's training has been outstanding, and I think it's shown coming into today's game as well.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank you.
very much.
Cheers.
Thank you.